Welcome to this virtual tour of the BoxMaker. And Christy, I wanted to talk to you a little bit, and we've agreed that Christy from the BoxMaker will kind of share some of the overview here, but can you tell us about BoxMaker? And I want to kind of go into give everybody a big picture of what they're about to see on the video here.
Okay. Well, welcome everybody. Thank you so much for joining today. We serve a very broad base of customers, which it's exciting, but it's also challenging. It's challenging for our team to handle manufacturing of all these different types of packaging within one plant and handling distribution. So we serve anybody who's a retail customer. I kind of feel like BoxMaker has two sides.
This tour will follow the life of a project at BoxMaker, and it all begins with you. We're here in the Experience Center, an inspirational space where businesses like yours are invited to share about your pain points, learn about the latest packaging technologies, and explore potential solutions. Through our discovery process and consultative approach, the BoxMaker partners with you to clarify your challenges and deliver integrated services and solutions that effectively address your business needs. By understanding how your business operates at a deeper level, we can deliver products and services that focus on the big picture to benefit your bottom line. Once a project is defined, your sales representative communicates with our client services team to begin tracking your project. We leverage Web Center, a software specifically designed by ESCO to manage packaging product life cycles from start to finish. Once a Web Center is started, your project then flows through our award-winning design department before a product spec and quote can be created by our estimating team. Once an order is approved, client services coordinates all departments to get everything ready for the item to enter production. Following production, your order might flow through our fulfillment center before being loaded onto one of our trucks and sent to a branch for distribution or drop shipped directly to you. On today's tour, we'll meet the BoxMaker coworkers who work on your project at various stages of the order process, and we'll get a first-hand look at the many items being manufactured in our plant. We'll visit the following departments: client services, structural design, production support, estimating, graphics, and corporate services. Then we will enter our manufacturing environment where we'll receive the corrugated sheet plant, our digital production center, label manufacturing, foam fabrication, our fulfillment division, and our distribution center and shipping department. If you are only interested in viewing one or two specific tour segments, you will find the individual videos on our website. Hopefully today's virtual tour will spark many questions about how we can help you solve your business's packaging problem. Send your questions to one of our packaging advisors by emailing us at info@boxmaker.com or reaching out to your dedicated sales representative at any time. And with that, let's get started. Our client services team is primarily located here in our corporate headquarters, but we have additional staff working throughout our locations. This team plays a key role in managing client orders and relationships. When you give an order to your BoxMaker sales representative, they hand that order off to the client services team, who then enters your order into our system, which triggers a chain of events to ultimately produce your order. The client services team becomes the go-to point of contact for order management and works in close tandem with our sales and production teams. Reorders are often placed by clients directly with this team. After sales initiates a new project, that project flows to design. Our award-winning design team operates out of our corporate headquarters just outside of Seattle and our branch office in Portland, Oregon. This team includes 3 structural designers as well as our full-time sample maker, who powers our ability to deliver structural samples to our clients quickly, keeping your project moving forward. Our discovery process sets the BoxMaker apart. Our sales team is trained to ask you many questions up front about each project, and they often come back with even more questions. Their aim is to reduce the number of design revisions needed to deliver your desired outcome. This information is then handed off to our design team in your project's Web Center. Based upon the information provided to them in Web Center, our design team then ideates and marries client needs to your vision to create a custom design. The design process typically takes 3 to 5 days, but can take up to 2 weeks for complex structures. Simple standards are more immediate and make up 70% of the requests, freeing our design team to primarily focus on more specialized projects. The BoxMaker is material neutral, meaning that we are able to design across a variety of packaging materials, not just those that we manufacture or convert in-house. Following design, a structural sample is created for approval. After approval of the sample, the project can be quoted by our estimating department, and quotes are typically completed within 48 hours. Our estimating team is responsible for building a manufacturing specification, or spec, for each of your manufactured products at the time of quote. This spec tells the production team how to correctly make, pack, and ship your packaging. Many specs include fine details such as pallet requirements and over/underrun information. Most manufactured orders include an overrun or underrun tolerance of up to 10%. The price quote is attached to the spec. Our estimators are experts at determining the cost of a project and often offer suggestions to reduce costs by optimizing for manufacturing efficiency and order quantity. Your sales representative then quotes accordingly. Once you approve your quote, your order is ready to enter production. If your artwork requires pre-press services, it will flow through our graphics department before entering production. Our graphics department receives your artwork and pre-flights it for production. Our graphics manager works with sales, production, and directly with clients to troubleshoot any potential issues with your provided artwork to ensure it is produced to your expectations. The graphics department will leverage their experience and technical knowledge to raise any red flags before the order goes to production and offer suggestions to achieve your desired outcome. Once your packaging graphics are finalized and applied to your die lines, manufacturing is ready to begin. Our corporate services team manages all things finance. In addition to establishing credit terms and invoicing, we are able to provide comprehensive reporting on a regular basis to our clients. Reporting can provide key insights to help you streamline your business, optimize your packaging spend, and determine return on investment. All coworkers at the BoxMaker are focused on the client experience. We keep you at the center of everything we do. For the first part of our manufacturing tour, we will visit our traditional box plant, which historically has produced plain and flexo printed brown boxes, trays, pads, and all varieties of shipping containers. Today, this portion of our plant still produces these packaging products and additionally provides finishing work for our rapidly growing high graphics packaging business, which we will visit next. The BoxMaker strives to deliver every project in full, on time, and to spec. Throughout our plant, you will see our quality policy on display, which states, through continuous improvement, we educate and empower our coworkers to identify and prevent nonconformances with a goal of 0 defects. Our promise is to consistently deliver effective solutions which are precise and on time. After your order is entered by client services, it goes to production support for scheduling and to be routed for production. The BoxMaker is a corrugated sheet plant. We purchase raw material, or sheets, directly from a corrugator. Most of our supply comes from a corrugator just a few miles away, and their raw paper is supplied largely by local mills. All of our corrugated suppliers are Sustainable Forestry Initiative certified. Each order of raw material is custom manufactured for each client project. Our raw materials inventory will typically turn over in 18 to 36 hours, and we receive approximately 6 truckloads per day. As you can see here, many sheets arrive pre-scored across the corrugation to create flaps. If needed, extra depth scores are also added by the corrugator at no extra charge, which reduces a manufacturing step for the BoxMaker and saves you money. Our pit stock contains standard size sheets for our most commonly used materials that are cut down and used for a variety of purposes. Pit stock can be used to produce samples, short-run orders, and last-minute rush orders. Keeping this area stocked sets the BoxMaker apart from our competitors who are not able to be as agile to serve client needs. At the beginning of their shift, every machine center team knows what they need to produce each day. They have a set number of jobs and a set number of hours to complete them in. The factory ticket follows the order and includes the structural style, a flat layout of all structural components for the order, a print card for any printed jobs, how many machine operations the job will go through, the order volume tag is printed at the machine when the order is completed and is applied to the completed order when it's ready for shipment. Each machine center has key performance indicator goals to improve efficiency. For example, 1% in material waste cost has a value of $18,000 in a month. So reducing waste is one of our tracked goals. These KPIs also relate to safety. We are very proud of our full-time Department of Maintenance professionals. These are skilled electricians and mechanics who know the machines inside and out and perform scheduled maintenance to ensure our machines are operational and we can maximize our uptime for client projects. Racks like this contain all of the print plates needed to produce the upcoming jobs at this machine center. Our ink kitchen allows for precise color mixing on site for our flexo presses. Here we can also make adjustments to the pH and viscosity of the inks to account for seasonal variation. The Ward Flexo Folder Gluer prints 2 colors, die cuts, folds, and glues all in one machine pass. Installed in 2007, it is capable of producing up to 180 boxes per minute with 2-color print. The tracks expand and contract to allow the installation of plates and cutting dies. Waste from slots and glue joints falls onto the scrap conveyor and is pulled into the centralized vacuum system to bale for recycling at the end of the production line. After gluing, the boxes pass over the folding rails and are folded into a box. They then go through the counter ejector, which counts the boxes for bundling. Bundling is automatic, and unless a special request is made, our estimating department will specify a bundle weight based on what the average person can lift. At the quality check station, our operator randomly pulls boxes to verify quality, checking that the box is square and that the glue joint is square. Once bundled, the boxes are loaded onto pallets for shipping. Our McKinley Flexo Folder Gluer is similar to the Ward, but handles a smaller sheet size. And because of this, it's capable of producing 300 boxes per minute with 2-color print. Additionally, the full die cut section permits extensive options for tearaway sections, vent holes, self-dividers, and snap lock bottoms. This machine is also equipped with glue check for visual inspection of every glue joint. Sustainability and environmental consciousness are very important to the BoxMaker. We pay to recycle our plastic strap and are proud to maintain a 2% average waste in our plant compared with a 4% industry standard for similar facilities. The Eterna is ideal for handling digitally printed corrugated sheets without damaging the high graphic print. This machine features a stripping section, allowing us to automate the full removal of waste and trim. This die cutter is used to finish the majority of orders digitally printed by our HP PageWide C500 press. The slitter cuts down pit stock into manageable blank sizes for our digital corrugated presses, the Ward and McKinley, and for corrugated pads. The BoxMaker has unique capabilities and equipment to handle stitched joints, which are stapled, as well as to glue large 2-piece boxes or tape joints. This is most commonly used in the creation of large appliance boxes, TV boxes, and mattress boxes. These capabilities set us apart from other manufacturers in the area. This is the machine that the BoxMaker began with in 1981. Our rotary jumbo press slots, scores, and prints in one color. It has capability to handle the largest corrugated sheet sizes, including those used to produce mattress or appliance boxes. We can produce boxes of this size with 2-color print, but these require 2 machine passes. This machine is used to fold and glue complex structures like straight line, auto bottom, and infold trays. It has 5 glue heads, including hot and cold glue options. It can glue a structure in up to 5 locations in one pass. Although complex structures such as auto bottoms require more manufacturing to produce, they can save clients a significant amount of money by reducing the labor and supplies needed to assemble and secure the bottom opening of the box. We recently upgraded our BOPs to include 2 tape heads, which can apply tape strips with thicknesses between 1/2 and 1 inch in lengths of 2 to 24 inches or longer with breaks to your boxes or displays. Pre-applied tape can increase assembly speed for many box and display styles, saving your team time and reducing your labor costs. The Maramatsu is a flat die cutter that does not print. This machine is not our fastest operating die cutter, but because of its size, it uses a less expensive die. The Maramatsu is typically used for lower volume jobs and many of our digitally printed orders. We also operate a Thompson die cutter that handles a slightly smaller sheet size. After production, all boxes are loaded onto a pallet and sent down the conveyor to have dunnage added and be stretch wrapped or strapped. Load tags are applied to either side of the pallet. They are then loaded onto a shuttle and transported to our distribution warehouse 2 blocks away. In 2011, the BoxMaker began investing in digitally printed and finished packaging. At the time, this technology was primarily used for rapid prototyping and short-run, low-volume work. Since then, digital has grown tremendously, and the technology has advanced exponentially in quality, speed, and capacity. Today, our continuous investments are bearing fruit, and we are able to deliver beautiful, full-color digitally printed boxes, retail displays, and labels at scale to our clients. As an early adopter and leader in this space, the BoxMaker is recognized by our industry peers as digital print experts when it comes to corrugated packaging. What are some of the benefits of digital? Compared to our flexo presses, digital presses require very little setup and they do not use print plates. The image is printed directly onto the substrate, powering a myriad of capabilities and order quantities as low as a single box. Low and mid-volume orders are converted on our digital CAD tables, while higher volume orders are die cut in our main box plant. Digital print is also a very sustainable print option. There is minimal waste due to setup, and the print result is consistent from the first sheet to the last, eliminating the need to print waste sheets for print calibration. Free from the limitation of print plates, digital allows every printed sheet to be different. This gives brands the power to easily incorporate variable data customization into their projects in the forms of personalized packaging, serialization, variable barcoding, digital watermarking, and more. Combined, our digital presses are capable of printing up to 10 million square feet of product per month. After artwork is approved, we're able to ship the majority of our digital orders within 10 business days or less. In 2015, the BoxMaker launched Fantastipack, one of the first web-to-pack online retailers of custom packaging. Fantastipack leverages e-commerce platforms and automated manufacturing software to deliver full-color, digitally printed boxes, retail displays, and product labels to customers throughout the United States and Canada. The production automations and streamlined processes that have been developed for Fantastipack are also leveraged to benefit the clients of the BoxMaker, enabling us to deliver your digitally printed and finished packaging products faster and more efficiently than ever before. Our HP 17000 wide format digital press delivers 4-color process print in just a few machine passes. We can match 70% of the PMS gamut. For brands who need to hit a specific color, we can run a color swatch test. All of our digital presses are G7 certified, meaning that we can color match within a delta E of 2 from run to run. Once graphics are provided, a production file is created and uploaded to ESCO's Web Center. We then leverage automation software to generate a PDF proof and send it to our client. Once the proof is approved, an optimized sheet layout is automatically generated, which maximizes efficiency of printing and cutting. This file goes to the RIP, which stands for Rapid Image Processor. The RIP looks at the art file and converts it into a language the press understands. Our production support team rips the file and sends it to the press. Once the file is sent to the press, the corrugated sheet is picked up by suction cups and pulled onto the bed. The bed flows back and forth and lays down the image in multiple passes. As it passes through the bridge, you'll see the blue light, which is the UV curing of the ink. On the 17000, there is a UV and LED cure. Once printing is complete, the press loads the sheet onto a pallet and simultaneously pulls the next sheet to start printing. This press features high dynamic range print technology, which combines small drops of ink for quality and large drops of ink for speed. The 17,000 prints with low odor UV cured inks. HP Cytex inks are designed for printing on paperboard with flexibility to reduce cracking and deliver rub resistance for durability. They are Green Guard Gold certified and meet AG-BB criteria. We maintain a controlled environment in our digital production center to provide optimal press operating conditions. Temperatures are kept between 68 degrees Fahrenheit and 86 degrees Fahrenheit, and relative humidity is controlled at 40 to 60%. In order to maintain this environment, we use a mist system, which is a localized humidification system that uses air and water to raise the humidity in the local area around the presses. Our HP page-wide C500 press was installed in 2018 and delivers the latest advancements in digital print technology for corrugated available today. This machine offers unique single-pass mainstream production and opens a wide range of new opportunities for digitally printed corrugated. Specialized inks and print quality are what set the C500 apart. The C500 is uniquely capable of producing primary food-safe packaging. Most of the currently available corrugated inkjet printers use either UV-based inks or water-based inks with UV reactive compounds. HP page-wide C500 inks are true water-based inks, free of any UV reactive compounds and require no additional barriers on the media to meet international food packaging regulations, including Nestle guidelines and Swiss ordinance. Brands can now use corrugated packaging to convey messaging that would otherwise have been reflected solely on folding cartons or flexible packaging, with a similar level of quality and no negative impact on brand integrity. More room for messaging can help brands eliminate unnecessary added packaging, reducing both shipping and production costs as well as packaging waste. It can even reduce the amount of handling if what is shipped doesn't need to be unpacked and can go directly onto a shelf. The C500 offers offset quality print comparable to litholam or 125 line screen HD Flexo. With 10 times the capacity of the 17,000, the C500 also delivers digitally printed corrugated packaging at scale. If you have high volume needs, the BoxMaker can support demand for local and national distribution. Our fleet of CAD tables supports digital production with automated die-less finishing for low and mid-volume packaging and point-of-purchase display orders. Our production team balances the work between the tables to meet client timelines. High-volume digital print orders are converted in the main box plant with a cutting die. Our Zun D3 cutting tables feature dual beams to allow for faster cutting. Our Lamina specialty folder gluer can apply glue, double-sided tape, and tear tapes to a range of box sizes and styles. These features are a great fit for e-commerce packaging and deliver a frustration-free customer experience. Once an order is printed and cut, product flows directly to our fulfillment division where we can perform many value-added services. Our team can handle anything from simple display assembly to packing displays or boxes with your product and drop shipping to retailers or directly to your consumer. With a little information up front from you, we can even multi-pack flat displays into a shipper with assembly instructions and ship to retail merchandisers for setup, providing you with tracking information for each pack shipped. Think of our fulfillment team as a flexible labor pool that can enhance your existing operations without the added overhead or management. We adjust based on customer demand and can scale from light assembly all the way up to full pallet displays for club stores. Along with digital print for wide format corrugated, the BoxMaker has made a significant investment in digital print for labels and other narrow web applications. We operate 2 HP Indigo narrow web presses. These 7-color presses digitally print high-quality graphics on a wide range of media at any run length on a 13.4-inch wide web. They can print up to 130 lineal feet per minute and boast a 97% Pantone color match. Indigo presses operate by electronically charging the inks to transfer them from the image plate to the blanket and onto the substrate. No traditional print plate is required, delivering the same suite of digital print benefits to labels as enjoyed by corrugated. Compared to flexo printed jobs, digitally printed labels reduce waste dramatically by requiring minimal material and setup. These presses also offer continuous inline color calibration, ensuring print consistency during the entire run. These single-pass machines deliver perfect registration every time. Our Indigo presses are also G7 certified. For rare occasions when the requested label is not able to be printed on a digital press, the BoxMaker is a distributor of custom printed flexo labels as well. The BoxMaker operates 2 Delta rotary die cutter and rewinder machines, which serve as the finishing equipment for our digitally printed labels. These machines die cut, varnish, or laminate, and slit or sheet labels all in a single pass. The BoxMaker has been a custom foam converter since 1992. We convert a vast variety of raw materials to produce custom protective solutions for our clients' unique needs. This includes die cutting, heat welding, and laminating polyethylene and polyurethane foams, and pre-molding Instafoam. We can even convert some custom foam orders on our dialless CAD tables. The BoxMaker is a distributor of over 10,000 standard packaging and supply items in addition to our customized product offerings, such as stretch film, tape, poly bags, bin liners, foam coolers, and gel ice. We carry over 400 lines of product on site, and the rest are supplied through strategic partners. We rotate product weekly. During the day, we receive product from third-party vendors and then pack it overnight for the next day's deliveries. We also operate inventory and stocking agreements with our clients with a 30-day turn on all stored product. These just-in-time inventory programs save our clients on warehousing costs and free up cash flow that would otherwise be tied up in unused inventory. We own and operate our own logistics. Client orders are loaded onto transfer trucks that deliver to our 6 additional locations throughout Washington and Oregon for local delivery. Our drivers are an integral part of our team at the BoxMaker and have as much of a relationship with many of our clients as do our sales representatives or client service specialists. This team takes great pride in the products they deliver, and I should know because my first job in this industry was as a driver. Thank you so much for joining us on today's tour of the BoxMaker. We hope to have the opportunity to work with you on your next custom packaging project. If you want to learn more, visit us online at www.boxmaker.com. Be sure to use our online request a quote form and tell us how we can help you experience the power of packaging.
Any questions right away?
I have one here, Kurt.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hi, my name is D. Trent calling, from Bank of America here. Question for you regarding to the whole COVID impact with the increase of demands on boxes and anyone ordering from home. How did the BoxMaker kind of forecast on that? Obviously, with the whole pandemic, it's not something that you put into the forecast, but how did the company react to that? What did you do with fulfilling those increased needs on that?
Well, first of all, from the very beginning of COVID, our business was given an exemption to continue manufacturing under safe conditions because we are part of the medical supply chain. So we were able to stay in business. We're very thankful for that. We did put in place, strict requirements for our coworkers to keep them safe, and we continue to manufacture all through the pandemic. We did see, as Christy mentioned earlier, some markets, went way down and some markets went way up. So we were able to continue to serve those markets. However, we felt the impact of global supply chain shortages in many product categories. For example, film label material that comes out of China was just shut off. So we had to work with our clients to substitute materials in many cases. But, our industry has enough products available that we're able to substitute materials without too much impact. So I would say you know, we felt the impact like everyone did, but our business, I guess, continued to be relatively strong simply because, as Christy mentioned, as the in-person brick and mortar shopping went down, online shopping, you know, spiked, and all those deliveries required packaging, and so, you know, we continued to service the industry. But I think the biggest change for us was just the mix changed. You know, the types of businesses that we support sort of changed during COVID, but you know, volume remained relatively strong for us.
Yeah, thank you, Daniel. Maritza, you have a question.
Yes, so my question is Maritza Cisneros. My question is with the boxes. So I saw that you manufacture the boxes. When you deliver to the customer, is it just delivered as a bulk issue and then the customer assembles it? Or do you guys have something in place where you guys ship off assembled boxes, or have an option to, once they get location, you send a guy and assemble the boxes there? Because I figure the assembly is really painstaking, either on the is painstaking on you guys and whoever's purchasing as well.
Yeah, the only one we don't do, the last one that you mentioned, we don't send coworkers to your site to assemble, but we do ship unassembled product structures, and we also ship assembled product structures. And both of those are offers that we offer through our fulfillment services division. There's even plenty of fulfillment that we do that includes our client's product. Like I'm thinking of one for Costco. They had protein shakes, and they sent us pallets and pallets of protein shakes, and we printed the big pallet skirt. So you'll see a big, you know, pallet full of product in Costco, and around the bottom it's got a big printed pallet skirt. It's called. It's just a big wrap around the whole pallet with, you know, graphics on it, and inside that is the product. So they sent us the product. We printed the wraps, and then we assembled it per their specs on the pallet. And they had to come out and sign off on it and approve it and everything. But once it was approved, then off we go. And then those ship out to multiple locations. So we'll do that unassembled. We'll do it assembled. We'll do it assembled with your product, but we won't come out and do it at your site.
Thank you.
No, thank you for that. Thank you for the question. You know, feel free to raise your hand using the Zoom tool, or, you know, put your question into the chat. But Daniel, one of the things that when I was on the tour there, and it was mentioned in the video, but you guys are highly dedicated to lean. Could you talk about your lean journey? And you guys are actually above some industry standards, I think, in waste reduction.
Yeah, about 10 years ago, we tried to go down the path of lean, and we didn't have, it didn't catch. And again, about 6 years ago, we started again, and we've built up and trained our production managers to understand the basic principles of lean manufacturing, which is essentially understanding the 8 deadly wastes of manufacturing, identifying them and eliminating them, and just do that process over and over and over. So we believe in lean. We're students of lean. We live the methodology. We don't just recite the slogans. We try to do it for real. At any given time, our production managers will have 1 or 2 major goals or targets that they're working on that require Kaizen, or just continuous improvement activity. And so it's an ongoing effort. We also made the decision to hire someone as our quality manager who is also a lean engineer, who came from Boeing. And you know, those aerospace companies, they're experts, and so we brought those skills in, and over the past 6 years, we've been hiring and training and just basically continuing to build a culture of lean. And it's not something that happens quickly or overnight. It's a long process that you're dedicated to. And so our company has been down a journey, as you say. And when you see the video, and if you think that the shop looks clean and neat and organized, it does. That's a byproduct of lean, but it's not the goal of lean. the goal of lean is to reduce manufacturing wastes and to manufacture product as efficiently as possible. And of course, that's good for us, but it's good for you too, because companies that don't manufacture efficiently, who do you think pays for that waste? Customer pays for the waste. So we see it as a benefit for us and for you. We run as efficiently as possible, and this frankly makes us more profitable. And we run as efficiently as possible because it makes us more competitive in the market. And we believe in all those things. I think, did I see a hand? Someone else? Yeah, Christy.
Yeah. Yeah, and was there another hand there? Or I see Stephen has a question. What does a normal day at the BoxMaker look like? One shift, multiple shifts, maintenance department? What does that day-to-day look like?
Yeah, the core of our business, which is box manufacturing, runs one shift. Our digital print operation, which is the big C500 press and all the CAD tables, that's more of a 24/7 operation. The bottleneck, if you will, the slowest operation there is CAD cutting, so that does run 24/7. Printing is a little faster, so it doesn't have to run 24/7. It runs about 20 hours a day and a little less on the weekend. So it just depends. We have 5 major categories of products that we offer, and those manufacturing divisions just work different shifts depending on the volume, because some are more or less than our mix. But overall, we're running pretty much 24/7 in some area, and other areas we're just a one shift. Okay. Maintenance, 4-person maintenance crew, very skilled. One of them is dedicated, specializes in our digital equipment, which is a different type of maintenance. And we've sent that person to Europe twice for training, at the manufacturer for HP and the CAD table. So we believe in investment in training and maintenance, and preventive maintenance is really one of the bedrock principles of lean, is that you take care of your equipment, you maintain it correctly, and it all contributes to uptime and efficiency.
Oh, no kidding. That was a good answer. Thank you. Zach asked the question, what kind of people are you looking for to join your company?
Well, Christy and Katie might have some thoughts on that. Just briefly, for me, it's just a willingness to adopt the BoxMaker way, which we believe is, a customer focused and customer centric philosophy. And also it's a lean manufacturing philosophy. So from a production and operations standpoint, those are the things we're looking for. When I'm hiring, I'm not necessarily looking for industry experience, printing experience, because manufacturing, as you all know, translates. Manufacturing skills, it doesn't really matter what you're making, it's all the same work really, and the same problems. So manufacturing experience, willingness to adopt lean, willingness to adopt our culture, which is founded on the principles of service, respect, and excellence. I don't know if Christy or Katie wants to add to.
I could speak to, I hire for sales management roles, salespeople, internal support teams like client services and estimating and structural design. So I have a wide gamut of people I'm looking for, but I can say that I'm always looking for great talent, because if I find somebody who's hungry, is driven to succeed, wants to grow, I'll probably try to find a place for that person within, my part of the organization if I can. If somebody wants to grow, because the BoxMaker took a chance on me. I walked in off the street, 15 years ago and said, "Are you hiring?" And, I was a salesperson. I've had many jobs and I was hungry, and I've been given lots of opportunities to grow within the organization, and that's why I stay. So I look for those same kinds of people.
Oh, that's wonderful. Now, and I have another question here from D. Tren, and that is, I can see that you guys go to extreme lengths to ensure that the order is done correctly. But if there's a return or a bad print, what is your process for helping a customer if there happens to be a problem at after the fact?
Well, my philosophy is make the customer, delight the customer first and figure out whose fault it was later, which is what we do. So we have programmers and developers on site so that we can write our own software, and we manage all our orders, and we actually had them build us a custom tool called a reprint tool, just so that our production team can reprint things quickly. Sometimes we might need 20 good sheets and we burn one and only get 19, and we're not going to ship you short. We're going to go back to press, print that one sheet, and complete your order in full. And so we need a quick way to do that. So the team built a little tool. They go in, they pull up the order, they say reprint one, and it just bypasses everything and goes straight to press and prints immediately on stock material. So
Wow.
we have the means of reprinting things quickly. Again, let's just get the order done, and then let's turn around and say, okay, now what happened? Did the client mess up the art? Did we print the wrong thing? Did we screw it up somehow? Who's going to pay for it? We'll figure that out later, but let's get it right. And that's our operational philosophy.
Well, I think that's fantastic. Well, that is excellent. Now, one of the things that I observed when I was on the physical tour is that you seem to have an upskilling, a way of actually tracking people's skills, capabilities. I saw like level 1, level 2. Could you talk about training and upskilling?
Yeah, we call it the skill set matrix. It took a tremendous amount of work. We had to go through every position in our plant, and just take a CAD operator, for example, a person that runs a CAD table. I'll have to think about the phases for a second, but basically it's like a 1 through 4 of your skill proficiency. And 1 is you're just new and you know nothing. 4 is you're a trainer, you can actually train people. I think 2 is, you can do some setups, and 3 is like you can run the machine without supervision. And this does a lot. It basically allows us to standardize growth within our operation. It gives someone, the opportunity to set their sights on personal growth and learning other things. But it also helps a plant manager, because, I have a new plant manager that just started not long ago, and they can come in and look at the big board, which is on one axis is all my people, and on the other axis is all my machines. And then in the middle is a bunch of numbers. And I can go to a person and say, what machines can this person run? And I look across there, and they're all 1s. And I say, oh, this is a new person. And I've got one guy, Yopu, he's the trainer. He's been here forever. He can run every machine. You look at his name, and he's 4s all the way across the board. And conversely, I might look at a machine that's constantly, let's say I'm constantly running out of orders because somebody was sick and somebody wasn't here and the machine was down. I can look at the McKinley and look down and see that there's not a lot of 2s or 3s on this machine, which means I don't have a lot of trained operators. So it just allows us to strategically keep the plant in good condition in terms of training and uptime. It allows us to plan ahead and train people accordingly in these things. So it helps at review time. It helps to keep everybody on the even playing field, and just helps keep us organized in our shop.
Now, Daniel, I noticed that this skill set matrix, when I saw it, was actually at workstations. It'd be the person's name and their skill level. And it seems like having it out in front, kind of public like that, would give employees kind of a motivation to try to improve their skill set too. It just seemed really smart to me.
There's a lot of benefits. Like if I walk out to CAD table again, just for an example, up on the board next to that machine might be 3 or 4 of those 1-pagers, and each one is a coworker. It's got their name, their photo, what level they are on this machine, whether they're bilingual or have other skills that are important to know, what shift they work on. And so, when we run 24/7, the people that work on the weekend graveyard crew, I might never see them too often. We need to know who our people are, and so it just helps everyone. It helps humanize our workforce and keep everyone up to speed on who they are and what they can do and what their skills are, and it just helps us keep plugged in to our
Yeah,
workforce.
connected and plugged in. I was very, very impressed with that. Ben Marsh just asked a question about when should a new customer stop using Fantastipack and instead go through your sales team?
That's a good, oh, sorry, go ahead, Christy. This is a Christy question.
You know, it's interesting, but it depends on what kind of experience you want, because they really appeal to two different customer types. Fantastipack is if you know what you want standard, you have your own art, you know what you're doing, and you don't really want to have to talk to people. You want to have an Amazon-like experience where you just upload your art, you could do everything online, and it shows up at your door in 10 to 15 days. That's what Fantastipack is for. There is no order limit. There's no limit, whether it be minimum or maximum on what you can order from Fantastipack. Everything is plus freight. So even though we make it in our plant in Kent, you can't say, hey, but I'm local, can I come pick it up? No. Everything for Fantastipack goes on a carrier. The real differentiator for the BoxMaker sales team is that if you want customization, if you want consulting, if you want somebody to come to your location, sit down, look at your products, do a supply chain audit for packaging, or really look at your packaging from end to end, or think about who's the end user for this, what's the experience you want to deliver. That's where the main difference between BoxMaker and Fantastipack comes into play.
Boy, that's a great answer, by the way. Nick has a question for you that, and I have a follow-on question, but he asks, what impact does data analytics have with improving your manufacturing processes and systems now as compared to the past? And is the quality manager using metrics to find ways to suggest improvements over the long term?
Yeah, with the advent of digital production equipment, analog equipment is not changed in 75 years, and we still have presses out there that are almost that old.
Wow.
New digital presses come off the shelf with true analytics. I have weekly reports of everything you could imagine: uptime, sheets per hour, square feet, everything we need. And it does allow us to target our continuous improvement activity. Remember, the only reason we measure anything is to understand trends, positive or negative, and react to those trends. And so it's in manufacturing, it's sort of what you always wished you had. In the old days, it would have been someone's career to dig through data and pull it into spreadsheets and analyze it. And so we get to just skip a lot of that upfront stuff and just get the data delivered to us as we need. So it's been really nice to see the technology come along in that respect. And then the other question was about quality manager. Yes, absolutely. We use AQL, acceptable quality levels. And so we do utilize those analytics. And remember, our quality manager is also our continuous improvement manager. So he has a dual role. And so one of those things really feeds the other. Quality feedback, especially negative feedback or issues, just feed the funnel of continuous improvement. It just informs us for the work that we have to do to prevent recurrence, which is really prevent the issue and then prevent recurrence, corrective action.
That's excellent. Well, we've actually, unfortunately, come to the end of our time. I mean, I feel like we could spend a lot more time with a lot more questions, because I think there's so much that you've learned from your experience, and to see how in your journey of moving from analog to digital, it sounds like you've also moved to some of the industry 4.0 practices and lean. So I think there's a lot to learn from you, and I encourage as camps members, we like to help each other out, and so if there's a way that the BoxMaker can be of service to your manufacturing company, and if you're somebody who may be looking for a job, I really highly recommend contacting the BoxMaker. They're just a quality company doing an amazing job, staying very competitive, and I think showing some of the best practices that we've seen in manufacturing. So Daniel, Christy, and Katie, I want to thank all of you for making this possible and being here with us today.